Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. It's been such a long time, and I am so very, very happy to be here today. Just let me get my chat lined up here so I can see all of you. So welcome. Thank you for being here. And I see the chat is already rolling, so I'm just going to say hi to everybody before I get into the readings. Hello, Gaurav. It looks like. And Cheryl is here. Hello. Hello, Cheryl and Pragya. Welcome, everybody. Preeti Raj, hello. So I see you're already starting to post your questions, which is great. So today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the energy of today and what's happening, because I think if the readings are in alignment with what is going on in the universe, things can make a lot more sense. And so as you are aware, most of you are aware, this is a new moon, so yesterday. And when we are in this particular time of the lunar cycle, this is a really nice time to regroup and to just revisit all of your intentions. This definitely is not a time of relaxation and rest. This is a time of actually making plans and stepping forward and doing something about it. And depending on your circumstances, that may or may not be challenging. We are still very much in a COVID-19 situation. And I know for a lot of places, the whole environment is actually getting more challenging again. So we have to also be mindful of that. So moving inward and setting those intentions to create, what it is, how you really want to see your life. And by now, hopefully, most of us have adapted and found a new way to navigate through the challenges of, this new situation that's going on. So welcome to everybody. And I will go through the questions in order in the chat. And I will do my best to answer as many questions as I can today, because I know I've been away for a while. So I'll probably be on for about an hour, 15, hour, 20 minutes. All right, so let's get started. And I will go back up to the top. And Gaurav was here first. And Gaurav's question is, I am a student. I have a lot of tension for my career, and I want to know if I will be able to achieve high position in my career or not. My age is 22 and I am a boy. Okay, so Gaurav. So hi. All right. So this is actually a really good time to be considering and asking these questions. And what's coming to mind for me is, as a student, you have choices. You have choices in certain courses. Some courses are not, they're mandatory. You have to take certain courses of studies, but there are other things that you can do to make your package unique, to make your to make you. And so the message I have from Spirit for you is to really take time in considering those options, because those options are really important choices as you move into planning over the next couple of years. I'm not sure what year that you are in. So take a deep breath in and out. Okay. So the energy around Gaurav's career. Beautiful card, beautiful first card, Ten of Pentacles. In this particular deck I'm using, I pulled out first is the Texture Tarot. So this is a solid card. So it is a card of tremendous foundation, stability with family and home. And so if I'm answering your question directly, I would say yes. That is the energy around the career that you are building. I'm just going to go back and see if there were any other details in your question. Achieve high position. Okay, so looking at the energy of the cards, I would say definitely yes. It looks very, that message I said for you at the beginning that I was kind of, because when I start, I try to allow whatever's coming through to come through. And so the message for you is to really allow yourself to find that unique aspect. And so part of that is trusting those feelings inside, trusting that intuition and those instincts so that your particular brand is uniquely you. And don't discount, don't disregard those little choices, right? You don't want to be the same as everybody else. The other thing that I will say for you is that these cards are really beautiful. It looks like there will be tremendous balance in your life as well, too, as far as the choices that you have to make. So the most important thing for you is to trust that whenever there's an opportunity to make you a little bit unique, that is going to be really important in determining your path. But it looks really great. So that's good news. Good news. All right. I also wanted to say that I'm sorry about being away for so long. I thought I took everything with me and I thought that I would be able to do readings for you, but I just didn't have the privacy, the space to do it. Cheryl, hello. Thank you for the sub. And Pragya, yes, I am. So I'll just tell you a little bit where I was and what was going on as I scroll through the chat here. I drove about, altogether over 5,000 kilometers there and back. Some of them I drove while I was there. I went to sit with my mother and be with my sisters. My mother had a expected death at home. And so we were with her, we were nursing her, caring for her and changing her. And she died at home on July 13th. And it was super challenging. It was really difficult, but at the same time, it was beautiful to be with her. And had she been in the hospital, we would not have been able to do that. So it was a special time for our family. And I will be going back east, not all the way east in Canada, somewhere in the middle is where this part of my family is, and in the middle of August, but just for a few days. So that's where I've been. And of course, I'm healing as well through to this. And I'm very much in my process. And yeah, so I'm well. I'm well. Thank you. Thank you for asking. All right, let's go to the next question. And if I skip any questions, I apologize. So I see Pragya is next. And Pragya would like to know, will I hear from Manish in the coming 5 days? If yes, what will the message be? Okay. Manish, will I? So first of all, yes or no question. You know what I feel like doing today? I'm just going to grab my pendulum. I've got one right here. Because sometimes with these yes or no questions, it's a really nice way to use a pendulum. This one is a Shiva Lingam. It just feels, I like this one. It feels really, really solid. I have actually quite a few different pendulums, and yeah. Okay, so let's just clear the pendulum. Usually around the new moon, I take everything off my altar and rearrange, but I haven't done that. I have to do that over the next few days. One of the things that I want to do next time I go to India is go to the river valley where these are harvested. I don't know if that's the right word. And to meet with some of the families who collect the Shiva Lingams. And yeah, so I think it's the Narmada Valley. So will So the question is around Manish. I'm just going to ask, just confirm the pendulum is doing its thing. I'm just going to ask my own question. Okay, so we're good. We're good to go. So the question is, Manish, will Manish contact me in the next 5 days? So will Manish contact Pragya in the next 5 days? Okay. Will Manish contact Pragya in the next 5 days? So that's a pretty strong yes answer. So let's see what that message will be about. And then the cards will also give us an idea about, well, more details. So we'll draw 3 cards for you. And I remind you that I know a lot of you have been here for on different days when I'm doing readings. It's important that you're present for the reading, that you're not washing the dishes when it's your turn, that you are actually seated and here and present. So energetically we are connected. Ooh. So before I answer, because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, I want to scroll down and just kind of, can you tell me what the nature of your relationship, please, is, Pragya and Manish? What is the nature of your relationship? Is it, are you in a romantic relationship? Are you married? What is your relationship? Okay, so Pragya says it's on and off. Okay. It looks like a new emotion is arising. If I, like this, to me, this looks like a proposal. It looks like talking honestly about love in a way that we talk with someone we have been connected with through lifetimes. It looks like that comfortable emotional connection. So the two of you on a layer, whether the two of you have actually been brave enough to talk about the deep love connection and what that means on its many layers, the compassion, the deep love, unconditional love, the compassion, it feels like that potential for your relationship is there. And also I'm looking at the King of Pentacles, which was the first card, and the King of Pentacles is a card of, it's one of my favorite kings. You know, it's a devoted person to family and home and providing for the home, but also participating in the home. And I have Ace of Cups and 2 of Cups. So it feels like he will be contacting you. And if he doesn't bring up this conversation, then it's important for you to find the courage to ask the hard questions, because it's there. So the what I want to say, the potential for a deeply connected relationship is there for the two of you. So it's up to one or both of you to initiate that conversation. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. I haven't pulled out this deck for a while, so I really like these cards. Anyway, that's lovely. And the other thing, I want to show you this card. I've buried it in the deck. The other thing about the 2 of Cups in this deck is that you are a reflection of each other. And it's important that the unconditional peace is there, that he loves you for your beauty and your strengths. And he also loves you for your weaknesses and your faults, and vice versa. You love him for his quirks, for the things that you know, you love him exactly as he is, and you're not trying to change each other. You know, it's that kind of deep love and respect. All right, Cheryl. Cheryl, okay. How feels think about, okay, you're talking about your crush in Denver and what their next move soon. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down and see if you wrote anything else, because the language is a little bit funky. So Cheryl, it is your turn. Oh, you're welcome, Pragya. So Cheryl, the English is a little bit funky. Okay, so I'm just going to do my best with your question. How feels think about me, my crush, Denver. So I'm assuming you have a crush with somebody in Denver. And what is the person in Denver going to do next? So this is a two-part question. How does the person in Denver feel about you, and what is their next move? So that's what I'm interpreting from your post. Okay. So I have paused the chat just so I can keep up with the questions. And if I don't respond to your comments or anything you post further down, it's because I've got the chat stopped up higher so I can answer the questions in order. So I will see them all eventually. Okay, so Cheryl, how does the guy in Denver feel? So let's do a quick I'm just kind of seeing if I can read this intuitively without the cards right now. I feel anxiety in the heart space, a little bit out of breath. So that can be the feeling of, you know, first love, emotion. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. If you can hear it, I have no idea what my neighbor is doing. So yeah, so in the heart space, that kind of first love kind of feeling, but also it could be that feeling of being overwhelmed. So I would encourage you to be slow and steady with the relationship, not to overwhelm and not to be overwhelmed. Okay. Okay. So first question is, how does Denver feel? So the answer I'm getting is that Denver needs space. Denver needs space, and Denver needs to be alone for a little bit. Denver is not quite ready to make a romantic move, or I'm not sure what that exact topic is here. So that feeling that I was getting at the beginning is definitely giving Denver space, like not applying too much pressure. Okay, so that is the first part of the question. And the next part of the question is, what is the next move? Well, the next move is really to pause. You know, sometimes inaction is really important. And inaction can be as important as what we consider to be action. Like inaction can be action, and it can be very, very much appreciated. So let's relate this question to what's going on right now. So normally this is a time where I would encourage you to make contact, to make your feelings known, to perhaps get a flight and go there. But with these cards, I would say giving space is probably your best action. I pulled the same card again. Okay, so the first card I pulled last time and the first card I pulled this time is the Seven of Swords. So we just need to talk about this a little bit because it's not it's not a great card for a relationship, for starting a relationship. So I would say that the person in Denver, or maybe the name is Denver, is dealing with some stuff. And your best course of action is to give Denver space at this time. Okay. And if you want to explore what that is right now, it's be very mindful of your communication, be clear with your words, and allow Denver to do the talking rather than you to do the talking. That's kind of feels like the best advice for right now. Okay, Cheryl? Thank you. All righty. I'm just going to scroll down and see if Cheryl said anything else. Okay, good. I think we're on track there. Sunny is next. So hello, Sunny Rivero. Hello, my name is Sunny, and I would like to know if I should look for an office job, an office 9 to 5 job. Hello, Preeti. I think I said hello already. Sonal is here. Pinky Lee is here. Welcome, everybody. So, Madame Malay, hello. I will do my best to get to everybody's questions. So right now I'm on Sunny. Sunny. An office job. So in the tarot, an office job would probably not be fire cards. It would be cards that are like pentacles, that kind of thing. I'm just kind of thinking about like how the tarot is going to answer that question. A 9 to 5, so like a regular, steady office job, something that feels like, you know, you can count on it. You can count on the paycheck. It feels secure and feels safe. So those are the kind of cards that we're looking for. Is that what you really want? Is that what you really want? I'm saying this because my throat is kind of doing funny things right now. And that speaks to your authenticity. That speaks to, like, is looking for this office job, playing it safe. And the kind of, you know, journaling, the kind of reflection that I would do right now is, if I could have any job right now that I wanted, what would that job look like? What would my environment be like? What would my space be, you know, what would the actual office space be like? Would there be windows? Would there be light? Would there be smells? Would there be sounds? What hours of day would I be there? You know, like really specifically thinking about the kind of job you had. Would you be traveling? Would you be stationary? That's my cell phone. I'm just going to turn it off. So think about that just for a second. Sorry about that. I thought I turned it off. And just a comment. This is a phone number that calls me all the time. Slightly different variation of the number. And usually they don't answer. And I've tried to get rid of them, but it's so annoying. So I think those are really important questions for you at this time, Sunny. And to really listen to that internal voice, okay? All right, so let's kind of see what the cards have to say about that. Ooh. There's something else going on here. So are you feeling burnt out, exhausted? Do you feel like you've been, you know, like a fish out of water, you know, that kind of like, you're just really tired, exhausted, that kind of energy. And so because you're not feeling very well, emotionally, mentally, physically, you're looking for something a little bit safer. The cards also are looking to taking some time to process something emotionally, like really, really focusing on the light and the blessings, and doing your very best to turn around 180 degrees and look at the cup half full instead of the cup half empty. So before you rush into looking for a job, it might be really important for you to take some time to care for yourself and to look after yourself. And if you can give yourself some time to do that, in that space, you might know yourself what kind of a job might be better for you at this time. So I'm just going to scroll down and see if you said anything, Sunny. So the answer to your question is not now. No, not now is the answer to your question. So take that and do a little bit of reflection about what I've said. And then perhaps with a little bit of space for yourself, you will be able to seek some clarity. Yeah, so I definitely would not rush into an office job at this time. Alrighty. Okay, so let me see. VM is here. Hello. Cheryl, heart, heart, heart. Sonal, Essence. Oh, welcome. Saulo. Hello, Saulo. Good afternoon. VM, I was thinking of buying a new deck and was going back and forth between Sasarabito and Slow Tarot. Which one would you recommend in terms of accuracy and versatility? Ooh, okay. So I can talk about those two decks briefly. Sasarabito and Slow Tarot. So I find that they are both very, very honest, and they're very connected. They're both very real. And how is the energy different? So that's a really good question. The artwork is so different, right? So you have the 78 paintings in the Slow Tarot, and with the Sasarabito, you have more of a manga style artwork. And I'm thinking of the card in Sasarabito with I believe it's the one where she's cutting off her hair. And what is the difference? So as far as soul work and personal work, like if this is a deck for you, I would choose Sasarabito. And if this were a deck for working, they're both so different. In a nutshell, I prefer Sasarabito. I use Slow Tarot quite frequently, and I find it has so many beautiful little details in the paintings. But I would go with Stacia Barrington's deck. So that's my recommendation. All right, so now, is HSB thinking about marrying me? Ooh. HSB, okay. So hello, Sanal. HSB. Is HSB thinking about marrying me? Let's just check in here. Is HSB thinking about marrying me? So that is a yes or no question. So we could ask the pendulum as well too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to ask the pendulum, and then I'm going to turn over the cards. How about that? 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to ask the pendulum. So this is a question about Sonal and HSB. And is HSB considering asking Sonal to marry. So I'm getting a no. So let's see what the energy of the cards is. Okay. The is about the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is a card of conflict. It's the third card. The first two cards speak to the relationship, one of you being quite grounded and earthy, and the other one being quite passionate. The one that is grounded and earthy and connected to home and family is a little bit more mature than the one who is the one who's creative and passionate and fiery and probably doesn't want to stick around for a long time. That could be him. So the conflict is between probably the lifestyle that one is looking for and the lifestyle that the other is looking for. So quite a different energy between the two people. And it's really interesting that I pulled over two court cards. So that is the Knight of Fire and the Queen of Pentacles. And the conflict would be between the internal, like the intentions of both of you stepping into a long-term relationship. So I would say the intentions are quite different. So yeah, maybe that's not what you want to hear, but that's what the pendulum said no, and the cards are looking at your intentions and his intentions being a little bit different. Okay, thank you. Alrighty, Pinky Lee. Pinky Lee, welcome. Pinky Lee says, when is the best time to move to the house I inherited? Okay, so do I have a deck on the table that's good with timings? I do not have a deck that's good for timings. Timings, when? Okay, so we're going to look to the seasons. We're going to look to the elements, and I'm going to rely on the elements, and that'll give you a good idea about, and also, I don't know what country you're in, so I will let you know what the energy of the season is, and then we'll look at numbers as well too. That might indicate months. Okay, so we're looking for a timings answer for Pinky Lee for moving to the house that Pinky Lee inherited. So, I would say the fall. So the first card was very much an airy card. It's the Knight of Air, the Knight of Swords. So it is that time of year where it becomes cooler and there is a shift in the wind. So the element of air is strong. I don't know where you live, so I would connect with that. I have a strong number 1 card. So that could be the first of the month. We could also be looking into the winds of January, the 1st of January, January being also a number 1 month. And yeah, the star card doesn't really help me, but it does kind of make this move feel very auspicious. So I would either have a look, like pay attention to the energy of whatever season where you feel is a little bit cooler and is connected Ayurvedically to the Vata dosha, and also to that, that shift of season. Number one is important. Okay. So that can be the first of a month. That can be the first part of a season. That could be also into the coolness of January, if January is a cooler month where you live. Okay. So I hope that gives you, but it's lovely to have the star card here. It makes that, the shift to the new home feel really special, auspicious. Yeah. Thank you. Alrighty. And again, I do apologize if I do miss you in the chat. Ice Cube, hello. All right. Salo is before Ice Cube. Okay, Salo Bonilla. There is someone I like, but not sure if this specific person likes me the same way or not. I would like to know. Okay, Saulo. Saulo. All right. So how does this Saulo, how does this other person feel about Saulo? What is the emotion? What is the emotion? Okay. What is the emotion? How does the other person feel about Saulo? I'm feeling some distance, like nothing is jumping up right now. I've also got the Queen of Pentacles for you as well, too. Well, I would say they're in their mind very much. So right now, they're not in their heart. They're in their mind. They're thinking way too much. And one of the things they may be thinking about is marriage. But right now, they are in their head and not in their heart. And definitely, I would say that they're also thinking about family and all of that. But what the but of this is that you want this person to feel connected in the heart space, not in the head space. So what I would say to you is that the actions moving forward need to, they don't need to, but your actions, if they can help the other person move from the head to the heart, will support that relationship. Does that make any sense to you? Right? You want to help them get out of their head. So what is that? That's music. That is, passionate things, good food, connection. And that's what I'm picking up on for you. All right. Thank you. All righty. Saulo Pragya. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for your kind words through this difficult time. Ice Cube says, am I adopted? And is the baby pics really me? Wow, that's a cool question. Am I adopted? And are the baby pics really me? Huh. Am I adopted? Wow, that's a big question. So have you asked this question directly to your family? Like to an aunt or an uncle? Somebody who knew your parents when they were young? because there's always somebody who knows the family secrets. All right, Ice Cube. So in your heart, if you close your eyes and you sit quietly and you place your hands on your heart and you ask that question, am I adopted? You know, what comes up for you? Like, what do you feel in your body? Because it's really important. I mean, I can give you an answer here, but you know, I feel uncomfortable, you know, asking, but I'm going to ask. So, is Ice Cube adopted? Yeah, the pendulum is also uncomfortable asking this question. I'm getting an I don't know. And there's a real magnetic energy with the pendulum. I'm going to pull some cards for you too, don't worry. Okay. So the ice cubes, the baby picks that Ice Cube has been looking at, are those picks actually Ice Cube? Again, not clear. Okay, so these are big questions. These are really big questions. And I want you to know that I have been through this experience, and the mother who died just recently gave birth to me, and it was her father. Her father would not allow her to keep the baby, to keep me. And so I was raised by another family. And I had a beautiful life growing up with that family. And then when I was pregnant with my first child, I was reunited with her. And I've had a relationship with her for as long as my son is old. So my son just turned 27. So a little over 27 years. And so I understand your confusion and your feeling. I also, while I was there at her bedside, we were going through old photo albums, and I found a photo of her pregnant with me, with her mother. And her mother, she claims, she told me, her mother never knew that she was pregnant. So families have these secrets, and sometimes there's so much more to the story than you are aware. And the questions that you are asking are important to you. But what I want to offer is that there's so much more. And so to give yourself a lot of compassion and time in exploring these questions. Why do we have the Four of Pentacles? What does the Ouroboros represent? And we have fire and rain. The Page of Fire. So in answer to your question, I feel that there was a lot of emotion around the time of your birth. And this could also represent the circumstances of your birth. There was a lot of mixed emotion, and a lot of, there could have been a lot of sadness. I'm seeing the rain on the fire. And all I can say to you right now is that I don't know. And it's really important for you to have the courage and the patience to explore. Maybe people that you never even considered might know the answer to these questions. So to go a little bit outside of your immediate family and to see if you can explore this question. Okay, I'm sorry I can't answer this question with more detail today. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Alrighty. Okay. So that was Ice Cube. And Serenity Bliss. Hello to you, Serenity Bliss. What's coming towards me in love? All right. What is coming towards me in love? Okay, so let's go back to here. Serenity Bliss. Whew. Those were big questions, Ice Cube, and they're probably your questions are probably going to stay with me. Stay with me for today. I feel like, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to focus on Serenity Bliss right now. What is coming towards me in love? Excuse me. Serenity Bliss. What is coming towards me in love? And I'll scroll down to the bottom in a couple of minutes after this reading and just kind of catch up with everyone's comments. Serenity Bliss. Lots of emotion. Lots of emotion. I see lots of emotion. I feel like there's a choice that you're going to, more emotion. Okay. Too much emotion here. Whoa. So Serenity Bliss, it's really important for your sanity that you balance all this water energy, that you balance this emotional energy. So I was talking about the lunar energy at the beginning. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but it's really important that during this time that we are a little more active. This is an active time of the month, and to be doing things, right? Not just sitting back and reflecting and journaling and wondering and things like that. You actually need to do something. So to get busy and to enjoy your day and to go about your day and go about your life, and to not be just waiting and hanging around and getting lost in your emotions, because there is a danger in getting overcome by so much emotion. You have it feels very much like you're at a crossroads, and there will be some big decisions, down the road to be made. I don't have any major cards here, so I would say that this is very much a time of process for you, and to observe these emotions and to be with these emotions. But it's really important also that you let them go, that you let them wash over you, and that you let them wash away. The only kind of hint I have here is that perhaps somebody from your childhood is kind of come into play with this, somebody from your past. So if there is somebody, on Facebook that you've reconnected with, or somebody from your hometown or something like that, that might be someone who's moving towards you. But the best advice right now is like I said it already, there's just a lot of water here, a lot. So you want to balance that with fire. So that means everything from your food choices, your activities, and to get busy and enjoying and your life, your day, and not sitting back and waiting. But interesting. Perhaps somebody from the past will come forth, and that will help you to make your decision about what you're going through right now. Okay. Shakti Veda, hello. You love pendulums. Yeah, me too. All right. Pinky Lee, thank you for your comment. Cheryl Ibanez. Okay, we answered your question already. Pinky Lee. Thank you for supporting my channel. Okay. Okay. Oh, Gaurav, you missed your reading. Yeah, you'll have to watch the playback. And the other thing too about the playback with Facebook, it's better if you wait about 24 hours, 18 to 24 hours, because the playback often can be very hard to watch because it doesn't process until, you know, many hours after we actually sign off. So just letting you know that it's very hard to watch it right away. Madame Malay, I'm sorry, that's a French name. So Madame Malay wants to know, my relationship with S, is it going to evolve? Is my relationship with S going to evolve? Let's stay with this deck. I'm really enjoying this deck today. All right, Madame Malay. And I also want to say too that if you want to share an exchange of energy for your readings, in the description box below, there are a couple donation buttons, and you can also make a donation through Super Chat as well too. And it's, you know, just, it's good to have that exchange of energy. And I've also offered too that if financially that's not possible for you at this time, you pay it forward, right? So my gift to you, and then you gift something to somebody else. And it's a beautiful way to yeah, energy needs to be shared. So, yeah. Okay, so S, I'm just going to revisit the question for Madame Melee. All right. My relationship with S, is it going to evolve? How are we doing for time? We're good. Is my relationship with S going to evolve? Madame Melee. It feels like there's something that you need to work through yourself, some past ache, some past pain with a past relationship. You know, sometimes the universe doesn't allow that the relationship to evolve because you are not ready for the relationship to evolve. You have not processed or let go of completely a previous relationship. It feels like something very strong, a dominant relationship. So the reason I'm saying that is I'm feeling a pang in the back of my heart space, the place where we carry the grief, the pain, the unprocessed stuff, and also right shoulder. So I just want you to be mindful of that. So even though you want the relationship to evolve, the universe is telling me you're not quite ready, that it wouldn't be in your highest interest because you aren't entirely available right now. Okay, so this is actually quite good news. It feels like you could do this together. And that if you were to share your burdens with S. If you were to, together with S, to allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable and to share some of these past experiences that you are carrying, these burdens that you are carrying, these pains that are still with you, and ask S if that is something they are open to. But it feels like S would be receptive to that. And that by being open and honest and sharing some of your concerns, pains, heartaches, S might be willing to help you move through that. The third card here feels, again, we've got another King of Pentacles, and it feels, it feels good. It feels solid. It feels like a partner who's going to be here for the long term. But there's this other piece. So I just would encourage you to reflect on that a little bit. All right. So thank you. The tarot is so interesting. It's so amazing how, I pick up on a lot of things intuitively, but empathically. But the tarot is such a great resource. Sometimes we have a particular question in mind, but the tarot says, okay, yeah, I hear your question, but have you thought about this? And I'm sure you're all aware of that. All right. All right. So Preeti has a question. I will get to Preeti. I see lots of things for Preeti. All right, so let's go back up, and Stephanie. So Stephanie is next. How does the Libra I've been talking to, how does the Libra I've been talking to feel? There's been no contact for many weeks, which is normally oddly enough. We're both very busy with our own lives. So how does the Libra I've been talking to feel? All right, Stephanie, well, I hope you're still here, and we will get to that. So how does the Libra feel? All right. Sometimes you just got to do a good riffle shuffle. So thank you, everybody, for your patience. And I will get to as many questions as I can. So I do have the chat paused, and I'm going through everything very slowly. So I'm just going to scroll right down to the bottom and just see. Oh, Candy's here. Hello, Candy. And Villain Mary is here. All right. And Janine, hello. And James, welcome, everybody. All right. So Stephanie, this one's for you. How does the Libra feel? How does the Libra feel? They're also, just before I draw the card, I want to say this. So right now there's 16 people watching, and there have been several readings about love and relationships. And on this particular day, in this particular hour, there's a reason the 17 of us, and some people, of course, have come and gone, are gathered together. So there may be a message for you in other people's readings, because this unique group of people are gathered here today. And so I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind. Okay, so your message might come through somebody else's cards as well too. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so we have I'm pulling, I don't know if you've watched, but I've put cards back in, spread out through the deck, and I have I've pulled some duplicate cards I've had for somebody else's reading. That's why I said, whoa. So again, this person is in their head, thinking, almost there's a sense of defensiveness, standing up for what they believe in. There's something that they are wrestling with very much, something that's close to their heart, principles perhaps. And if you have had a disagreement about that, or there's something that, sometimes in a relationship, there's certain things where it's like the breaking point. There's no, sorry, I can't find the words right now, but this person is in their mind. So what I'm seeing here is that this is a process they are going through. And again, you want to give this person space. You want to give the Libra support, and to let them know that you are here. You're open to listening. You're open to, sorry, I'm trying to find words here. Hold space for them. The third card is a beautiful card. It's the Three of Cups. It's a card of togetherness and celebration. And so I would invite you to share your feelings, to share your experiences with your closest friends, with your sisters, with your circle of girlfriends, with your circle of friends. It feels now like this is a time to give each other a little bit of room. But the third card is optimistic. Okay, so perhaps this is a pause while feelings are digested, while your Libra is moving through things. And the reason there is this silence is not only because of busyness, but because there's a lot that's going down. Okay, thank you. Alrighty. So that was for Stephanie. Positive for life. Hello, positive for life. What good coming up for me in the rest of this July? All right. Well, let's see what's coming up for you in the rest of July. So positive for life, just focus on your reading right now. Take a breath in and out. Positive for life. What is coming up for the rest of July for positive for life? Okay. Something to do with leadership, something to do with being in charge of something, knowing that you have all of the resources that you need to look after this and to kind of take charge. I have two major cards here. So this is significant. And so if you are put into a position where you are considering taking the lead, then it's definitely in your highest interest to take the lead. This will not be necessarily easy. It might be something that you want to avoid because you know it's going to be very challenging. It's not going to be easy to navigate, but you have the skills to navigate it. So I don't know if this makes any sense for you. You have the strength, you have the brains, you have the tools and the resources. So I would say definitely that if you're put in a position, you want to say yes and you want to go for it because it's going to be really good for you and your journey. Let's just say that. Okay. Thank you. Janine. Okay, so Janine, I haven't seen your message, but I will get to you when I can. Oh yeah, there it is. I am currently working 3 days per week in my current job over 20 years. I've been doing voluntary work with the aim of building expertise to leave my current job. If I go back full time, I will miss the chance to build experience. How can I progress into my chosen career around this situation? Wow, okay. All right. That sounds, it sounds like we need to have a private reading. That's what it sounds like. You and Ice Cube. Yeah. So in a nutshell, let's see what we can, if we can get you some clarity. So I do private readings through Zoom, I like to do it through Zoom usually. You can have a look at my website and get more information. Alrighty. So Janine, let's see. Okay. Amber, stay here, please. Amber, come here. What I want to say to you, Janine, is that slow and steady. So not making any rash decisions at this time. You also feel very much like you are in your head and you are perhaps unnecessarily worrying too much about exactly how this is going to turn out. I've pulled 4 cards for you. The 3rd and the 4th card look very much like cards of stability and like lifelong happiness, those kinds of cards. But the 2 cards before that feel like what I said, like you're not in a place of trust and you're swimming upstream. You're not going with the flow. And so my advice in this situation, when you want to know what to do right now, right? You're feeling impatient and a little bit frustrated. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do that? And in this kind of energy, it's very hard to see the signs. It's very hard to, listen to, messages from spirit and things like that. So my best advice for you is to, in your day, every single day, to carve out some quiet time where you can really nourish your soul and nourish your spirit and, like go for walks, get some fresh air, and do your best to just let go of the expectations, because the expectations are creating a kind of a strangulation. That's how I feel right now. These expectations are, they're not serving you. So the plan, you have like this plan, this forked plan. If I do this, if I do that, if I do this, I'm not going to gain the experience I need to do that. Just stay steady with what you're doing. And I don't know, because like I said, we need a deeper reading for this question because it's very, very complex. But your best course of action is to be mindful, to be slow, to be grounded, to be connected to the earth, and to trust, because these 3rd and 4th cards tell me you are heading in the right direction. Okay, so do what you can to get out of that the mindset of worry, 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 worry. Okay, it's not serving you right now. Okay, so I'm sorry, I have to leave it at that, and hopefully we can chat in person later or another time. All right, I think we're at James. No, Janine. We have Janine and then James. Okay. When you're done with the reading, could you read tarot for me? I am 16 and just graduated from high school and am uncertain of what awaits me further down the road with COVID and all. Well, welcome, James. I haven't seen you on my channel before. So James, you might want to consider getting an oracle deck. Oracle decks are a beautiful way to start to learn to listen to your heart, to listen to spirit. And yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing, you can send me a message and I could recommend a few for you. So thank you for being here today. And I'll just, I'll pull a few cards for you and just kind of see. It's a really challenging time for everyone. And the most important thing is that you are listening to yourself. And like I said to Janine, right, we have to, these circumstances that seem to be externally coming from the external are also internal. And the external experience is also reflected internally. And so taking time to learn to see the lessons outside in and inside out are really important. So the kind of path, James, is right now, if there have been the disappointments, the expectations that were not met, those kinds of things, you would really benefit from just taking a big breath in and letting them go, because there's no point in carrying them. There's no point in carrying those burdens with you. There is a lot of potential down the road. Again, I see leadership. The leadership is part of your path, and the path is, unlimited potential. I have two major cards here. So we have the Emperor and we also have the Fool card. So I would trust that your path will be revealed in a beautiful way very, very soon. You're 16 years old. You'll be moving through the last couple of years of school, and I would choose clubs. I would choose courses that help you to develop your skills as a leader, and to make sure that you're listening to your own heart and following your own path, not what others expect you to do. Right? So the Fool definitely is listening to that. Okay, so what you might want to lead in is not what your family might want you to lead in. And so leadership can definitely speak to business, but it can also go in lots of other directions. All right, so listen closely to what your heart is telling you in that regard, and let the expectations, any old emotions that you are carrying with you, let those go. Do your best to let those go, right? Give them back to the universe. Thank you. Okay, I don't know who's all here right now, because we're going through this pretty slowly, and we're at an hour and 15 minutes. So alrighty, and I'm going to definitely scan through the comments and let you know. So I'm going to pick one more, and I'm going to do one more reading. Riva Sen, hey, if you don't mind, can I ask you a question? I just wanted to know if my ex-Pisces is dating someone or is still stuck on me. All right, so I'm going to ask Riva's question, and then I'll do one more. Oh, and I see Pinky Lee is still puzzled. Yeah, sometimes these things take a little while to unravel, and in these distance readings, it's hard because we can't have this dialogue back and forth. And sometimes it's good to go back and to watch it again, and then you can write down what I've said, because there may be layers in what I said and also in other people's readings from this particular day. Alrighty. So I'm going to go to Riva, and Riva said, if you don't mind, my ex-Pisces is dating someone or still stuck on me. Okay. Alrighty. All right, so I hope you're here, Riva. Riva's here. Okay. Riva. Ex-Pisces. Is ex-Pisces still stuck on me, or is ex-Pisces dating someone? I'm kind of getting he's still stuck on you. I would say still stuck on you. I got that in my physical body first. I would say still stuck on you. He's what do I want to say? He thinks about it a lot, and he's never forgotten about you, and he continues to think about you. And I kind of feel like there may be a reunion. There may be a reunion. But because the thinking about you, I've got the Hermit card here, it's important that you give him the time and the space. And like I said, this is an answer that's come up before in somebody else's reading today. So make sure that you stay in touch, but also don't suffocate, and allow your ex to process whatever it is that he needs to process, because sometimes it's not just about you, what he's processing. And you can support him as a friend in a very loving way. But it looks to me like there could very well be a reunion for the two of you, which I'm sure is, you're asking this question, might be something that you want to hear. Alrighty. Alrighty, where are we at? Pinky Lee says, my mom passed 8 months ago in the house, so will I be happy there? USA, Illinois, but I need to move before the fall season. It will be over a year then. So you were asking about moving to the house that you inherited. Okay. I'm just gonna, because you've already answered a question. Will Pinky Lee be happy there? I think that I feel that you can build on a lot there. There will be a lot that you can work with there. Yeah. I think once you get there, it's gonna feel quite good. So I would not worry that she died in the house. Hi, Fancy Dress. Haven't seen you for ages. All right. All right. All right, Preeti Raj. So does Jagjit want me to send him more messages? All right, Preeti. All right, does Preeti, does Jagjit want you to send him more messages? This is for Preeti. Does Jagjit want you to send him more messages? All right. Does Jagjit want Preeti to send him more messages? So the cards, Preeti, are it's just overwhelming. I feel the cards share a just overwhelming sense of everything from confusion to sadness to being, it just feels like too much. So I think the answer is no. And, you know, today this seems to be a theme of giving people space to be in their process. I don't know what Jagjit is going through, but it would definitely be in your best interest to give Jagjit some space at this time. Jagjit is processing a lot of stuff and what do I want to say? If Jagjit is feeling pressured from the outside, it's going to be very hard for Jagjit to process what he is going through. So I would say to know and to give him some space. All right. So thank you everybody for being here today. And I will do one more and then I will sign off, and I'll quickly scroll through down to the bottom in just a moment. Villain Marie. All right. I believe Villamar, at the person who asked the question, who else do you think could be the baby in the photos? That's a really good point, Villamar. Yeah, it's really nice when you guys interact with each other and help each other with the questions, because sometimes you can have insight into, you know, into each other's stories as well too. Hello, Georgia Peach. Nice to see you. Nice to see you here. Okay. Oh gosh, the chat's doing funny things. And Bo and Bubbles, hello. All right, I'm just gonna make sure where I am here. So I think the last question for today is Bo and Bubbles. All right, so we're gonna go with that. Bo and Bubbles, will I meet my future life partner soon? Well, that's a fun name, Bo and Bubbles. Will I meet my future life partner soon? So I hope you're here. And again, another yes and no question. So last question today is for Bo and Bubbles. Oh, how many people are here right now? There's 14 people here. Bo and Bubbles, I will answer your question. So one of the things I want to ask you is this. Would any of you be interested in showing your face on my channel and doing your reading live? So I would send you a link and I would invite you, and we would split the screen so we could actually talk, and I could do your reading live on this Tuesday chat. And what I was thinking is that I could do one of those live, and then the rest of them I would just do readings from the chat. So let me know if that's something you're interested in, if you would be willing to show your face. And then I don't know how I would set it up, but we would have to contact each other by email, and then I would invite you to be a part of the live readings. So you would need a camera and a computer. So we could do that. So let me know, and you can respond in the comments below. And I'm also I will put that on my community tab as well too, because it's something that I've wanted to do, because I feel like a lot of you have been here many, many times, and I would love to see your face, and I would love to do the readings more personally. And then we could have a bit of a conversation. And sometimes, you know, the other people watching are going to get something from your reading as well too. All right, so Bow and Bubbles. I know we're on love, but I just want to read the words again. Will I meet my future love partner soon? Soon. Okay, so we don't want to see cards of, well, let's just see what comes up here. Whoa. Okay, yes. That's definitely a yes. And because I am, oh yeah, big yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I'm just going to clear my mind, take a breath, and I'll confirm that with the pendulum. Actually, I don't need to. I don't need to. So I'll show you these. I haven't been showing cards today, but your first card is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is definitely one of passion. So it's going to feel very much like the romantic, you know, passionate kind of energy relationship. But the card in the center of your two cards of passion is the Ten of Pentacles, which is very much a card of family and home and house. So I would say yes. I would say yes. So I hope that's what you wanted to hear. Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, so I've got Ace and King of Wands, and then on either side of that, Ten of Pentacles. So pretty sweet reading. So let me just scroll down and make sure I've said hello to everybody later on. And I'm sorry that I didn't get to the rest of your questions. I see Georgia Peach, you have a question. So I for sure I'll be on next Tuesday, and maybe even before that. So if you have hit the bell, you'll see when I come on next time. And if you come on early in the hour, the chances of getting a reading are so much greater. You're very welcome, Pinky Lee. So that's great. I think I've said hi to everybody. Did you get any timing? Did I get any timing? So I didn't, Bone Bubbles, I didn't ask that. So what I want to say about your timing is that to move in your way. Okay, here's the best thing I can do. So the energy that you want to receive in this relationship, be very, very clear about it. So write it down. I think I talked about something else in this regard. What you want to do together, your expectations, how you would like to be treated, and write all of these things down in tremendous detail. And then make sure that those qualities are qualities that you hold within yourself. And I find that this exercise is really important sorry, not really important, very effective in allowing a relationship to flower faster. Because what that makes us realize is that everything that we seek, we must hold within ourselves as well too. Okay, so usually with the tarot, when it is a definite yes, 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 it's within 3 months. So I can't be any more specific about that. So thank you everybody for being here today. I wish you well, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And let me know if any of you would like to come on in person and to show your face on my channel. And I'll figure out the details. And yeah, so I know a lot of people like to be hiding in the background, but I'm offering this opportunity. So let me know. Thank you. Stay well. Namaste.